successfully shaped the quantum state. I don't know what it means, but I feel uneasy. 9.3. Over dinner, I asked Alex if they could stop the monster riots. He ignored me and bragged about how perfect their creation was. He claimed it could even grant humans immortality. When I pressed him further, he became furious, cursed at me, and knocked over my plate. 9.12. Look at these damn lunatics. What have they created? 9.13. We have paid the price for our arrogance. Everyone will die, including me. An unknown riot occurred in the laboratory. The experimental subject they created seemed to be out of control, and then killed everyone. Yang Linlin moved closer and carefully read the experiment log in Zhao Yi's hand. Well, now she seemed to be very used to this man. Zhao Yi threw the book directly to her and flipped through some data on the instrument. Yang Linlin, behind him, was lost in thought with the experiment log. The instrument vibrated slowly, and a lot of data was restored to its original state. Its weird appearance was gradually restored. First the head, then the private parts, then the feet. After completely restoring the monster to its original base state, the two suddenly realized that the monster's predecessor was actually a human, and she was a woman. Yang Linlin was immediately stunned. She couldn't accept that the disgusting monster with genitals on its legs as its head was actually transformed from a cute girl. The monster's cells have high activity and adaptability, which means the girl was very young. If we make some bold guesses, this girl is probably a student at the university. Zhao Yi stared at the projection on the screen, deep in thought. His theory made Yang Linlin and the audience in the live broadcast room shiver. The purpose of building such a huge, mysterious experimental base underground in universities was to transform students into monsters. Were these people criminals or lunatics? The little girl just now had 18 kidneys, and each kidney was very young. Now it seems that this laboratory is responsible for the sale of human organs. If their experiment is successful, this girl's cells can continue to cultivate new monsters, and they will have an endless supply of kidneys to sell. If they're sold on the underground black market, that means they've created a treasure trove where money can make money. As Zhao Yi spoke, he gazed down the long corridor leading deeper into the distance. This experimental base obviously has more than one project. It was mentioned in the experiment log that the experimenters were shaping some kind of creation related to the quantum state. And they succeeded. The black shadow we met outside may be the rioting monster described in the experiment log. Earlier in the underground garage, Zhao Yi had found that the monster had two weaknesses. One of them was its essence. Yang Linlin said angrily, "These bastards actually built a human experiment base under the school to turn children into monsters. They're so unscrupulous." Zhao Yi shook his head and corrected her. "You're wrong. I have to correct you. They didn't build a human experiment base under the school. Instead, they built a school on top of the human experiment base." He pointed at the instruments and spoke to Yang Linlin, who was visibly shocked. The construction complexity of this underground experimental base is far more than 10 times that of the school. If they waited until the school was finished, it would be impossible to start building the underground base with thousands of people involved. Clearly, the experimental base was built first. Moreover, Stone Mountain College is also part of their plan. They need subjects who are young and energetic enough to test various experiments. In addition to public security agencies, what other organization can more legitimately collect statistics on young people and their family status than a well-known university? After Zhao Yi finished speaking, Yang Linlin felt cold all over. "Let's go. We only need some materials to prove our theory, and we can complete the hidden mission." The hidden mission was for the two of them to investigate the truth behind Stone Mountain High School. Since it was an investigation, material proof was necessary. On the way, Zhao Yi did something that almost made everyone vomit. He skinned the monster with 18 kidneys. Do you have to do such a perverted thing? Yang Linlin watched as Zhao Yi put the bloody skin into